The importance of opera in our children's lives is something many Valley leaders take seriously, and with the help of a local program, they are able to bring opera to students valley-wide. Here to tell us more about the Palm Springs Opera Guild of the Desert is Donald Osborne and Jean Kiros of the Palm Springs Opera Guild. Thank you both so much for joining us this morning.
Well, thank you very much, Gloria.
So you're going to tell us about a really great event that you have coming up. But first, I wanted to talk a little bit about your background, because you both have such a great background in opera. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I've been involved with the New York Opera audience for many, many years. I'm now a member and have been for a long time of the National Council of Metropolitan Opera, and a charter member of Lincoln Center. But I live in the desert and have never been starved for cultural rewards living in the desert. I've been part of the Opera Guild since the early 80s, and I've been a past president of the Opera Guild, and working with the Opera Guild and with the children in the Coachella Valley has been part of the thing that excites me the most. Bringing opera to our young people and letting them know that there's art and culture in the desert is very important.
Wonderful. And Donald, you have also a wonderful background in opera.
Well, I do. Opera's been a very big part of my life. I was fortunate enough to sing as a soloist at the Metropolitan Opera in New York.
Wow.
And I also did a lot of work with education programs with New York City Opera, and so educating young people about opera is very important to me. When I came here to the Valley 3 years ago, I got involved with the Palm Springs Opera Guild because I saw that the student outreach program that the Palm Springs Opera Guild has reaches so many students in elementary, middle, and high schools in the Palm Springs Unified School District. In the history of the program, I think we've reached tens of thousands of students now who are going to be that new generation of support for opera. And we also continue to support opera by our annual vocal competition, in which we give scholarships. It's one of the richest in the West. And we give scholarships to young operatic students who are finishing their college years and just starting out in their careers. And having been there once, I understand how important that support can be. Our vocal competition, in fact, is coming up on Saturday, December 1st. It's going to be at the Rancho Mirage Public Library at 3 p.m., open free to the public. And we'd like everyone to come and join us there. We also, of course, have our Opera in the Park every spring, and we welcome 5,000 to 6,000 people.
Right. They come and they picnic in the park and they listen to wonderful music, and the response over the years has been absolutely fantastic. And every single year, the crowds get bigger and bigger, and our tents get bigger and bigger. And yes, and the children, whether they know it or not, they're listening because they're playing and they're enjoying and they're hearing something they may not hear at home.
Yeah, so, you know, you're talking about the children being exposed to opera. When I was in college, I took an opera class, and you get to read the book and then actually see the opera. We'd go to the LA Opera House, and it was really a great exposure I didn't get till I was in college. So what is it like to see the students being exposed to opera at such a young age?
It's absolutely fantastic, Gloria, because we can really see the enthusiasm building, and you see it in their eyes, you see it in their faces, you see it in the enthusiasm with which they greet these performances in the schools. And we also have to say, of course, one of the main reasons why we're here this morning is the fact that we are able to deliver these programs, these student outreach programs, the Opera in the Park, and our vocal competition, thanks to the support of our members, but also the support of generous organizations such as the Wells Fargo Foundation.
And Gary Hall, who we decided was a gentleman who really has not been acknowledged for the marvelous things that he does. The Coachella Valley is benefiting from the largesse of the Wells Fargo Foundation and Gary Hall. And so Gary, being a wonderful human being, lives here in Rancho Mirage. He agreed to be our honoree, and our event is December 10th at the Agua Caliente Hotel and Spa at 6 o'clock, and this is something that we feel the whole community benefits from, because not just the arts, but the humanities, education, welfare for the needy. He is the person who is the one that we want to honor.
Great. Thank you both so much for joining us this morning. And we have the information on that gala coming up right there on your screen. Palm Springs Opera Guild Gala is going on December 10th at 6 p.m. at the Agua Caliente Casino Resort Spa in Rancho Mirage. For more information, you could go to our website, KMIR6.com. And next time, Donald, I want you to sing for us here. Some
Absolutely.
opera for us next time.